Hello and welcome to this episode of Electronic Cafe celebrating the fact that Crush by OMD, one of our favourite bands, is 40 years old. It was the band's sixth studio album. I think it was the second one, the first of two albums produced by the fantastic Stephen Hague. And this is aimed primarily to try and break them into the US market. And Crush is kind of notable for moving the group towards a more polished sound, although elements of early experimentation like their previous five albums were still very much present. I think during the recording, the band employed a great use of organic instrumentation in the past. Crush was completed in quite a quick time, and I think in a limited timescale, with group members later expressing regret over not challenging label enforced time constraints. So, you know, despite them thinking that they probably could have done something better if they'd given more time, they produced something pretty cool. And the hectic recording promotion schedule served to diminish, unfortunately, morale among the band. We also had reservations about Hague's sleek production, and co-founder Paul Humphries briefly quit the group during the making of the album, sadly.
As Andy said, this was OMD's sixth studio album, released in June '85. And to add a bit of context, this was OMD's sixth studio album released in 5 years. So going back to a point that I've made previously, these bands that broke through at the beginning of the decade, their workload was incredible and it was exhaustive. So it was no surprises by the middle of the decade, there were tensions and cracks beginning to show for all of these artists.
But here's the thing, despite all that turmoil, Crush received positive reviews, became OMD's only top 40 album in the States, so the sort of plan kind of worked for what they were trying to do. It remained on Canada's chart for 43 weeks, from I think the 13th of July 85 to 17th of May 86. Of the three singles taken from the record, So In Love became the group's first hit on the US Billboard Hot 100, coming in at 25, which is just great, you know. So again, the plans seemed to be working. There was a long-form video, Crush the Movie, was released showing the band discussing their career and performing songs from the album.
There were indeed three singles taken from the album, So In Love, Secret and La Femme Accident, with two of these three singles forming part of the OMD setlist at the famous 101 Rose Bowl show supporting Depeche Mode in 1988.
And look, the album had positive reviews. It got 5-star ratings for I think her name was Debbie Voller of Number One, and Robin Smith at Record Mirror, the former writing, you know, Crush is a collection of remarkable songs. Each one has a life and mood of its own, and OMD have cleverly combined atmosphere with instant appeal. Melody Maker said, I think it's Helen Fitzgerald, the best OMD album to date, adding, as a pop record, it's sublime, intricate, and unyieldingly persuasive. It doesn't give up its secrets lightly, and excitement is in the chase. And then I think even smash hits, OMD deliver what OMD do best. Strong melodic songs in a more lush orchestral setting while we were retaining that passionate punch. It's the welcome return of the thinking person's dance music.
With OMD's Gramophone Suite studio now dismantled, the band commenced work at the sophisticated Amazon Studios in Liverpool in late 1984. Along with time spent at the Manor Studio, with mixing completed at Advision Studios in London, in a basement room that the band said had a very peculiar acoustic.
And then I think there was, The Guardian said that while the group reined in their sonic experimentation, they were still able to roll out the strong melodies and swirling pretty songs.
Indeed, the album has a more polished sound, and yeah, of course it was aimed at the American market. And from a commercial standpoint, the move paid off, breaking OMD into the US top 40 with positive reviews, but the tightrope being walked was cultivating new audiences and still remaining visionaries without resorting to style-mongering.
We've been fortunate enough to interview Andy McCluskey. If you haven't seen that, check it out. But as a collective of music, OMD are right up there as one of the best bands for all time, I think.
This is a great album, despite the intriguing discourse that surrounds it from some quarters, with either accusations of OMD selling out or claiming that the two big hits are the only songs of quality on the album. I disagree totally. I'd say that take some time, give it a good listen, and you'll hear all the musical shades, and that is actually an extremely good, well-rounded album.
And this album, although it's personally not my favourite, it's a great album, you know, and it, as the critics say, it delivers a good sonic punch. So happy anniversary, Crush by Orchestral Manoeuvres in the Dark. If you haven't heard it, give it a listen. We'd love to know what you think.